Let me tell you a story. One that starts with shattered trust and spirals into a web of obsession, betrayal, and cold revenge. Pull up a chair. I'll whisper it like a secret you weren't meant to hear. Picture a sprawling mansion on a quiet hillside, all sleek lines and guarded gates. Inside lives Victoria, a sharp, unyielding woman who built her fortune from nothing. Companies in tech, real estate, fashion, all hers. But her world has one iron rule: no men. Not after what happened years ago. She'd loved a man once, deeply. He cheated, drained her accounts, and vanished like smoke. From that day, Victoria swore off them. Her drivers. Women. Gatekeepers. Women. Personal assistants. Women. Especially her right hand, Ruth, efficient, loyal, always one step ahead. Control was her shield. Until one stormy evening, it started to crack. Her usual driver called in sick with a fever. Ruth stepped up, sliding behind the wheel of the luxury sedan. They were halfway home when shadows lunged from the roadside. Kidnappers, masks pulled low, demanding they stop. Ruth swerved, accelerated, lost them in the rain-slicked streets. But the car sputtered and died at a deserted intersection. No signal. No help in sight. Ruth pulled out her phone. My boyfriend, Daniel, he's a mechanic. He's not far. He can fix this. Victoria shook her head. No men. We'll wait for a tow. But the night felt too alive, too dangerous. Headlights flickered in the distance. Maybe them again. Reluctantly, she nodded. Daniel arrived minutes later, rain dripping from his jacket, toolbox in hand. Quiet, focused, no small talk. He worked under the hood, sparks flying in the downpour. Fixed it fast. Wouldn't take a dime. Just get somewhere safe, he said, and drove off into the storm. Victoria stared after him, a strange warmth cutting through her chill. The next evening, with the staff gone home, her friend Mary called, insisting she come to a birthday bash downtown. Victoria went alone, but on the way back, the kidnappers struck again. Tires screeching, they forced her off the road. She bolted from the car, heart pounding, heels snapping as she ran into the shadows. They were closing in when a strong arm yanked her behind a wall. Stay quiet, it's me. Daniel. Again. How? He didn't explain. Just fought off one pursuer, guided her to safety, and drove her home in his truck. At the mansion, she trembled. Please, don't leave me alone tonight. He hesitated, then nodded. Slept on the couch downstairs. He called Ruth to let her know, he won't be coming home tonight. I am at your boss's house, and explained what happened. Ruth agreed and went to bed. Victoria watched from the kitchen close by, jealousy twisting like a knife. By morning, she couldn't shake it. Feelings bloomed, uninvited. That afternoon, the car broke down again, maybe a loose wire she knew about. She told Ruth, call Daniel. He came, fixed it swiftly. This time, she wired him $300,000, 10 times the fee. For your trouble, she said, slipping him her card. And your number, in case. He took it, uneasy, and left. A week later, she called. The car's acting up again. Her voice steady, but her plan set. Daniel answered, glanced at Ruth sleeping beside him, didn't wake her. Drove over. The damage was worse than expected. I'll need to tow it to my shop, he said. Hours later, he returned it, polished and purring. Come in for a drink. Victoria offered. Orange juice, cool and inviting. But she had drugged it. He fell asleep fast. She carried him to her bedroom and arranged everything to look like they had been intimate. That morning, Victoria had purposely told Ruth to come to the house early for work. Ruth walked in, saw Daniel in the bed with Victoria, and her heart shattered. She burst into tears and ran out. Daniel woke up, realized the trap, and chased after her. "Ruth, please listen. She put something in my drink. I didn't do anything." Ruth didn't believe him. She drove away, angry and broken. Victoria kept calling Daniel after that. "Be with me. I'll give you money, houses, cars, anything." He said no. He only loved Ruth. But Ruth was furious at Victoria. She started showing up everywhere: Victoria's office, the supermarket, yelling loudly, "Leave my boyfriend alone." Daniel begged Ruth every day, "Please believe me. I love only you." Ruth stayed hurt and wouldn't forgive. One day, Victoria went to Ruth's small apartment. She placed a big check on the table. "Tell me how much you want. Let Daniel be mine." Ruth saw the raw desperation, and something shifted. That night, she forgave Daniel, held him close, and whispered, "Say yes to her. Pretend you love her. We'll take everything she offers." Knowing Victoria's obsession could turn deadly, they planned carefully. They made a careful secret plan. Daniel started spending more time with Victoria. He moved in. He cooked for her, protected her, acted loving and kind. Victoria was overjoyed. She hadn't felt loved in years. She gave him houses, luxury cars, bank accounts, everything in his name. She thought she had won his heart. A few months later, Victoria left for a 3-day business trip. When she returned, the mansion was silent and empty. The safe was wide open, money and important papers gone. All the properties and cars in Daniel's name had been sold. On her bed lay a note. "My love is not for sale. I chose Ruth, the woman who was always true to me. We have left for a new life far away. Thank you for everything." They had taken the money and moved to another country. Victoria fell to the floor and cried. Her huge house felt cold and lonely. All her wealth couldn't buy real love. She learned a painful lesson. You can buy many things with money, but true love has a price that obsession can never afford. And that's the end of the story. If someone seems to give you the world, stop and think, what might they really be planning to take? For more stories like this, please like, comment and subscribe.